Today we feel very honored to have the CEO and co-founder from MagicBlock, Andrea. Andrea, please say hi to Chinese audience.
你们好，我是安德烈，我是 MagicBlock CEO. Thanks for having me.
To have you joining our event today. How do you feel our hacker house? And is this your first time to come to Shenzhen?
It's my first time in Shenzhen. The hacker house is pretty cool. So yeah, I was excited to come and see and meet the developer community in China.
Wow, nice. It's the first time that we have you with us. Could you briefly introduce yourself and what you are doing in Solana ecosystem?
Yeah, for sure. I'm one of the co-founders of MagicBlock. MagicBlock is a new kind of backend for Solana applications. We enable builders to build on Solana and get real-time, free or private transactions on demand for different type of application, from trading to gaming to private payroll or anything that require privacy on chain.
Yes, I saw that recently you just launched your privacy feature. Could you briefly introduce that? Because privacy is pretty hot right now in Solana ecosystem.
For sure. We think that in order for commerce to meaningfully move on chain and for businesses to transact with stablecoin and move a meaningful part of their activity on Solana, privacy is going to be paramount. So MagicBlock came out with different solutions for privacy. Specifically, recently we released an API that abstracts a way for developers of private flow. But we have different kind of solution, and any arbitrary computation can be performed privately. So I'm excited to see, of course, payroll solution, but not necessarily only that. You can build a private DEX, or you can build private auctions. You can build a private way to interact with data for games that have information asymmetry. So it's a very wide variety of use cases that can be built with MagicBlock on Solana right now.
Cool. If these developers in the hacker house, they want to leverage your privacy feature, what kind of perks or opportunities could you provide for them?
Yeah, so we're very happy to give them support, technical support, and then of course we participate in many hackathons as a sponsor. So there are prizes that they can be sort of eligible to. And at the same time, every couple of weeks we run Blitz, which is a in-house hackathon that we do in order to help developers get started on Solana, get started with the MagicBlock stack, and get first-party support for that is custom-made and crafted specifically for their application, for the kind of product that they're building.
Nice. I think there are many problems you are trying to solve right now. What is the most exciting part that you want to solve and you want to create for a better world?
Yeah, it's a great question. And we were just chatting about privacy. I think privacy right now sits pretty high in terms of priorities and in terms of exciting opportunities. So I'd say enabling private commerce, especially now with the advent of AI, I think private agentic commerce is going to be a big thing. But just more generally, enabling private payroll is a pretty big opportunity. And so we're very, very excited to keep pushing forward and keep advancing the frontier on the privacy side. And then the other area that we are very excited about, I'd say, is applications that are not necessarily financial. Right now, Solana is the house for a lot of spot trading application and for DeFi, but there's a lot more application that can be built on chain with MagicBlock that are not just necessarily purely financial applications. So that's the other angle that we're very, very excited about.
Yes, it is very exciting to combine privacy with the current financial applications. And as one of the most important infrastructure projects, what do you think makes you different from other projects that they are doing the similar things?
Yeah, so I'd say MagicBlock is kind of special because you can build directly on Solana and then on top get this benefit, right? You don't have to change your stack. You can just use the tooling that are already well documented on Solana. You can use Anchor, you can use Pinocchio, you can use the wallets, right? Backpack, Soulflare, Phantom. You can leverage the full extent of the tooling that are already available and being promoted by Solana Foundation. And then on top, you get these extra features. So MagicBlock is a supercharge of Solana. It's not a different stack. It doesn't require you to deploy the smart contract on a different ecosystem. It's something that you add on top of your application once you are already on Solana. So I think that feature is particularly important for a developer. It helps you get, again, privacy or real-time transaction or free transaction on top of what you already get when you're on Solana. So that's our key differentiator compared to maybe other infrastructure project, I'd say.
Nice. You have been building a long period in Solana ecosystem, right? And I think it's time to let more Chinese users get familiar with your application and to get on board into MagicBlock. And do you have any future plan in Asia?
Yeah, absolutely. We are very active in Asia. Actually, most of our team lives and work from Asia. So MagicBlock is a Singapore-based entity as well. So in terms of what are the initiatives that we carry on for developers, specifically in APAC, there are several. We work very, very closely with the super teams from Korea, Japan, Malaysia, and so we're excited to keep working with them to promote hackathons. The collaboration with Solar is something that we'll love to keep investing on. In terms of workshops, in terms of hackathons, these are all initiatives that help bring people that are maybe not familiar with Solana into the Solana ecosystem and help them understand how they can build breakthrough application on chain. So those are some of the initiatives that we are already doing, and we're excited to keep investing more in developer support, in grants, in hackathons, and in workshops that help these developers onboard into Solana.
Nice. We regularly host events in mainland China, and in the upcoming October, we are going to host Accelerate China in Shanghai, Hangzhou, and Shenzhen. Will you come then?
Absolutely. Super excited to be coming there. And again, it's definitely super important to engage with these developers. Obviously, China is massive, the Chinese developer community is massive, and we absolutely want to do our part to help them understand Solana, understand the full extent of the benefit that they can get from the fastest and cheapest chain out there. And so for sure we'll be involved in those events as much as we can.
Nice. I think many Chinese users, they will be excited to meet you in person.
Yeah, I mean, we are quite friendly people, so if you wanna meet us, feel free to reach out, and then we'll try to schedule an in real life meeting, as much as possible, obviously, when we are going to these events.
Nice. And you are a very experienced builder in crypto space and also in Solana ecosystem. Right now, the market is a little bit bearish and boring, and that there are not many trends that we can see. What is the next big wave or the next killer trend you can foresee in the next bull market?
I think bear markets are for building. Bear market by definition is a period where there's not that much excitement on the retail side, but that's why you can really focus on what matters and not get distracted by the noise of a bull market where typically there's a lot of different narratives, but you don't really understand what's real and what's there to stay. So in terms of trends that I think are gonna be obviously very important, AI is a clear one. AI commerce, we see a lot of developers right now building a way for normal people to buy stuff on chain with stablecoin and do it privately. That is a trend that is only gonna accelerate, but I think it's also quite obvious. I think a non-obvious trend is probably consumer crypto, gaming, consumer application. Right now you can feel that they're a bit dead. There's not that much excitement anymore, but I think it's an error to write off this kind of application. I think there's going to be a lot more in that domain that is going to come back, maybe not in the same form as in the past, maybe not with NFT used as a profile picture, but maybe as tokenized collectibles, for example. Where right now we're seeing a lot of people buying Pokemon cards that are tokenized on Solana, and I think there's a lot of opportunities for a lot more of these consumer experiences to be built on Solana. And so I think even if right now it doesn't feel like a great moment for consumer crypto, that is a non-obvious trend that is, I'm pretty sure, definitely gonna come back.
Yes, I agree with that. AI is now very popular, and even in China, many Chinese users, they use their own AI agents to build projects. And do you think you will launch more features related to AI?
Yeah, for sure. We already did a lot of work in order to enable this agentic commerce flow. Can you build an app that uses MagicBlock and Solana with an AI? Yes, you have a skills, you have a CLI, you have a set of tools that makes it very easy for an agent to use the Solana and the MagicBlock stack for that. And we want to be more active in creating even more examples and to give developers using agents kind of these blueprints, these examples that they can easily tap into for building their own application. So this is something that we are already doing and will keep doing more. We think AI it's already unleashing, but it's gonna unleash so much more opportunities for developers to be creative and be faster in how they come out with products that go from 0 to 1 a lot quicker. And so for sure, skills, CLI, all of these tools are already in place, and our docs is already employing this AI first approach, and we're definitely gonna push more in that direction.
Nice. You have always been giving many solid support for builders and developers, and also I know that MagicBlock is one of the sponsors of the ongoing hackathon. Do you have any advice for the developers that will join the closing hackathon?
Yeah, so it's funny because Gabriele and myself, we started on Solana participating into this hackathon as many other companies that went on to become kind of household names within Solana, started initially as just hackathon projects. But I'd say start from, as an advice to builders, I'd say they have to start from something that they're passionate about. That's really the first thing. Don't try to go for the highest price necessarily, like try to build something that you are truly passionate about. And then from there, try to get in touch with the people that are organizing the hackathons or the project that are sponsoring the tracks, because they are the one that can give you tips, can give you recommendation. They're typically very much down to help on the technical side as well. You might get architectural suggestion, or you might get some engineers to help you out. And so get in touch with the people, be proactive, reach out to the project themselves. There are so many people within Solana that are excited to make you successful, and then focus on something that you are genuinely and truly excited about. I think that's really the best way to succeed.
Thank you. It's very valuable suggestion. And this is the end of our interview.
Cool.
We look forward to see you more in China.
Absolutely. Excited to keep expanding and keep doing our part.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.